Today we're going to talk about the new Halloween event that's got you hunting for 2 currencies that have some really, quite impressive rewards if you want to go on that free-to-play grind. Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and this video has been sponsored by the makers of Infinite Galaxy, and this Evil Approaches event is solid. There are 2 currencies here. One is the crystal balls, the other is the ghost candy. And you get them by summoning and battling bosses. But of course, before we get into exactly how you get all this currency, why are you obtaining it? There is a reward, which is all the way down here in the Trick or Treat event. And within it, man, you can spend the ghost candy and crystal balls in order to get Laura data cards, and yes, I think she's a great flagship captain. You also can get Greg Lee, who, yes, is very good for a gathering or logistics crew, which I think is very important to have. And also, who does not want to max out Helen for the laser damage? Yep, you definitely want to do that. But what I found so remarkable is that you can get a fairly outrageous amount of speed ups. Over, almost 2,000 hours of speed ups by grinding this event. That to me seems really, really good if you want to get on that free-to-play grind. And what I like, credit where credit is due, there's a really cool balance here of being able to actually get a lot of value grinding if you want to go free-to-play, or if you want to spend. There are also some bundles that you can get that will let you pick up these rewards without having to spend the time and getting all the other things that you get when you're actually grinding out this event. So I actually really like that balance. And here are the bundles that you can get to get the premium rewards. I will probably pick these up a little bit later in the event once I see exactly how many I'm going to need. And for someone like me who's generally very low on time, the ability to pick them up from here rather than grind them out is certainly very appealing. So if you're convinced that the rewards are good and you're on board with the general idea of spending some time to get them, how is it exactly you get the rewards? Well, when you go and you battle pirates, which I've done a bunch of, you're going to go and get the different things that you'll need. Some of those you'll get straight up, which is ghost candy, but the other is a minion certificate shard. So when you collect enough minion certificate shards, you can go to the other section of your inventory and you can fuse them. Fusing them will summon a boss when you use the item. There it is. When I rally this, there will be a reward. And that reward you're going to use to summon the next tier of boss. Okay, so you'll fight this dude, you'll get some rewards, and you'll use the extra tier of item that you get here, the Fanatic Certificate Shards, to summon the next level of boss, which then gives you the crystal balls. That's how you can start to accumulate those and get a really, I think, fairly sizable amount of free-to-play value, especially because rallying these didn't take any action points, didn't take any energy, which is very, very solid. So this rally is about to launch. In fact, I'm going to set up another one because I can. Fuse, use, set the rally, 3 minutes, let's go, baby. Now, while we wait for those rallies to launch, just a couple other things worth mentioning. There is going to be, presumably, a daily event that gives you a little bit of these rewards. So, the costume party, which is something we've seen before, gathering resources gives you some rewards here, is going to have both the more rare currency and the easier to obtain currency, both the ghost candies and the crystal balls. So those are going to be obtainable on a daily basis from different events. Make sure you save up the ability to recruit somewhere between 15 and 30 crew summons, because typically there will be some event that requires you to summon some crew, maybe spend some speed ups, train some warships. You get the idea here. There is also the Eagle of Asteria event. So when you do some amount of spending, you'll get some stuff in here. What I find is sort of interesting is that, sure, they give you some crystal balls, but these flagship blueprint terminals, they're fine, but they're very unfocused. So as long as you're not too concerned about getting one specific flagship, that's fine. You can get a full Artemis, which is certainly very, very nice, even a full Athena. So There is definitely value to be found in these, but, I like to min-max an account, go kind of all in on one flagship. So at least if you were working on one of those flagships, and I would advocate everybody should be thinking about potentially doing the Artemis, then okay. Like, yeah, you could get some good stuff there. I loved when this event just straight up gave you the Artemis, but it's been a while since the event has kind of done that. And in fairness, once you max your Artemis, and there are very, very few people that have done that, but once you do, then I guess this event would lose a lot of value. So now I think our rallies are on the way. In fact, we're a couple seconds from hitting. I don't know if I even, yeah, oh wow. I had a lot of people that joined my rally. Okay, why not? Boom. Gotcha, sucker. Let's look at the rewards. As you can see, 2 of the Fanatic Certificate Shards and 3 Ghost Candies. So you are going to need to do a good bit of grinding. And for what it's worth, just because I'm the person who summons the minion to be rallied, I don't have to be the one to rally it. So if I have a low rally capacity, you might want to ask someone else in your alliance to launch the rally. That way, more people can get into the rally because they have a very high rally capacity from their dispatch center. So my dispatch center is level 28. I'm well on my way, actually, to having enough chips for 29, which is awesome. I'm holding off on spending resources on pretty much anything except what I need to get to CC30. I am so close to CC30. I can practically taste it. And then once I get there, I have to get my research center. And then once I get that, I can work on my T10s. But I made a detailed video about Command Center level 30. Card's going to be up in the top if you want to check that one out. So once I have battled enough of these bosses, I can summon the higher tier boss or join somebody else's rally for it and get the more rare currency. So if you wanted to spend some time in-game grinding out rewards, here's how you do it. You can get a bunch of these ghost candies. You can get a bunch of these fanatic shards. And if you don't spend the time, the bundles are there to sort of jump your sort of way through that. Would I like to see some extra rewards in here? I mean, obviously, see a little bit of resources or speed ups or whatever on top would be really amazing. But then these would be so absolutely overpowered. It would be pretty nuts just, rallying these and grinding them out. Already, it's like, it's going to be a lot of time, but 2,000 hours worth of speed ups if you put in that grind, as I tap all the wrong menus here. But 2,000 hours, whew, that is a lot of speed ups to get here. And, in terms of my priorities, number 1 is for me always combat. That's Laura. I think I actually have Helen maxed out, which is a little bit weird. Is she maxed out? It's showing level 1 here, but let me show you my Helen. So I don't think I need her. I think I'm just going to work on Greg. Yeah, she's max, man. Crew is at max. She's actually my first maxed epic, which I attribute in no small part to the fact that there were so many quests at the start of the game that give you her specifically. I'm just waiting to upgrade a bunch of my crew until the Galaxy Star event tells me that I'll get some points, which is a few days away. But if you're hyped for this Halloween event, definitely leave a comment down below. What do you think about the balance of the amount of time you need to spend to get the rewards versus paying your way to get them? I think it's pretty cool that there's a free-to-play grind and that you can get what you want and more by virtue of doing that. But I'll be eager to check out your comments down below. And until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies.